Can urine be used to diagnose Alzheimer's disease? Let's find out. So, Alzheimer's disease is the most common form of dementia. It results in difficulty of carrying out daily activities due to damage of the brain and language, memory, and thought centers. Specific genes are linked to early and late onset. It affects 3% of people ages 65 to 74 and nearly half of the 85 and older population. It's often difficult to diagnose in a confirmatory manner because you have to rule out many other conditions such as thyroid conditions, vitamin B12 deficiency, and other tumors, head trauma, etc. Different procedures may be necessary, such as a cerebrospinal tap, and a lot of these things are inaccessible to people in certain geographical regions and of certain wealth. Urine is non-invasive, it is cheap, it contains protein that is mostly kidney-derived, as well as membrane and extracellular proteins from more distant organs. Even though the distance between the brain and the renal system is pretty large, modern technology can be used to perform targeted proteomic analysis of several biomarkers at one time, even in small traces. A study done by Hultquist et al. In the UK used targeted proteomics and machine learning to identify possible urinary biomarkers. The urine proteome of participants with Alzheimer's was compared with a healthy control to identify potential Alzheimer's disease biomarkers. The goal was to create a rapid and translational test that can assess biomarker validity and create a panel of biomarkers for possible diagnosis. Using technology such as ingenuity, canonical pathways analysis, proteins activated by oxysterol ligands, cholesterol, and bile acid metabolism were found to change significantly. A smaller group of high-confidence biomarkers were used to test for reliability, and the most influential and detectable biomarkers were identified. This included a panel of 5 biomarkers. Although they were pretty inaccurate alone, together they had an accuracy of 86% for identification. This is relatively high as the study had a small sample size, and the accuracy would likely increase on a larger sample size. Why is this helpful? As treatment options advance, the necessity for more accessible test options grows. This could be used as a first-tier screening in clinical settings, and the proteins found were implicated in brain amyloidosis, which is a process that begins 25 years prior to the onset of symptoms. For people like me or maybe you who are genetically predisposed to Alzheimer's disease, this process of identifying the disease could change the way we counteract Alzheimer's, as we're able to identify it before a symptomatic state. This could open up big pathways for the future and help us all out. Thank you for listening.